Three, two, one. This is Radio Free Cybertron 771. I am Brian Kilby, still sick. I should be better next week, I think. So I'm trying to get the show under an hour so I can still have a voice for work tomorrow. With me is Don.
Hello.
Diecast.
Hey, everyone.
And Matt.
Hello.
So Rob and Chris, not here. Thinking about both. Hope everything's going okay. So, hopefully everybody checked out the first episode of History on the Fives, the reboot. That is the podcast that is it's created by Rob, who actually I think this coming week is not going to be on, but I think Diecast is guest hosting this week.
Yep.
But Rob's the host, and it features patrons from Radio Free Cybertron's Patreon at patreon.com/tfradio. So if you want to be on, go join, touch tier, hit me up, let me know, and we can get you on. It's a lot of fun. I thought the first episode was great. The podcast might be bi-weekly for a couple weeks while we work everything out, but it's a lot of fun. So if you haven't checked it out, check it out. We also have a new episode of the RFC News Desk up on tfradio.net. It's episode 158, and we'll dig into that during the show here when we get to the news. Anything else? Nothing else really to talk about. Except for, actually, this is all news stuff, so I guess I might as well move into it. Unless somebody else has anything they want to share up front, any epiphanies, any wonderful announcements. Don, do you want to talk about your cruise?
Yes, I would. My fiance and I are planning on taking a honeymoon cruise. It's the most affordable and time-friendly for what we have going on.
Dollywood.
No. Although she does like Dollywood.
Kim and I went to that area, Pigeon Forge, for honeymoon.
Yeah. Again, back in the '90s whenever we did take family vacations when I was younger, I'm not '90s, in the '80s, Dad always said Pigeon Forge is the place you go through to get to someplace else. You never actually go to Pigeon Forge. Of course, that was a long time ago, but yes, we are going to be taking a cruise on Carnival, and we have set up a honeymoon registry at Carnival to sort of help defray some of the expenses with the wedding and everything else. So if you are in a position to help and feel like helping out, we do have a couple of small little things that'll sort of smooth out the cruise for both of us. You can go to carnival.honeymoonwishes.com. You can use my last name and my full name, actually, my real name.
Headmaster Don. Write it down. Headmaster Don.
Donald Ferguson. Same thing as on my Twitter. And if you are in a position to help out and would like to contribute to our honeymoon cruise, we would greatly appreciate it. I also have a list on Amazon under Massey Attack. If you want to get me Band-Aids, alcohol,
ibuprofen/Massey Attack.
Yeah, things like that.
Cool.
Because I get to take Massey to the vet in the morning, so I'll probably need some of that by the time we're done.
Cool.
Good luck.
Okay, so by the time you listen to this episode, Walmart Collectors Con will have already happened. So
another one?
Yeah, that's the one for. Is it now twice a year, or is it just annual?
It's whenever they scrape up enough stuff to throw up on the screen.
Yeah. So this was announced this week. There will be exclusives that will go up, and of course, it's not like exclusive to Collectors Con. It's just stuff that'll pop up for pre-order there first. So Red Shockwave looks okay.
Yeah, we need Shockwave.
Red Galvatron.
Yeah, we need that too.
I was going to make if I had to do the 2022, actually, let me say 2024 predictions for Transformers that we do every year for 2024. So in January of 2024, my prediction is going to be, if it still exists by the end of the year, all Transformers will be red. And then like Transformers that actually transform will be the exception. Imagine that.
I don't want to.
Hey, as far as that Shockwave goes, does that gray crotch throw anybody else off the look?
Gray crotch.
Yeah, the one of the pictures I saw earlier today showed he had
I've only seen this one picture, and it's purple.
Okay, so I may have seen a wrong picture or something.
Yeah, so I don't know. Well, let me mention the other things on here.
Well, before I want to say that Red's going the wrong direction because we said Red would be really good for figures they couldn't get right because of having to be Transformers, like Knockout, Prime Knockout. That wasn't a bad pick for Red, but you can get a perfectly good Shockwave and a perfectly good Galvatron. So they're going the wrong direction with these things. They need to be doing characters that we can't get as Transformers, like do a Dion or do, like
Autobot X.
Autobot X.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, how did they not do that?
DEFCON.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because there's no way you can make DEFCON's transformation work without it being a bare minimum of Voyager. And even that, you run the risk of being a lot of Scourge in the sweeps in that.
Yeah.
So
But again,
I think they're doing the wrong thing.
I think like the base that they're shooting for with this line wouldn't know who any of those characters are. Like,
I know, but
That's
the
right.
quality of the figure is such garbage. Excuse me. The quality is just not there. It's not like a Marvel Legends figure. It feels like a cheap knockoff of a Marvel Legends figure. And I
don't think
forget
the
the
proportions
Galvatron.
work out
this
right.
line is just for people who vaguely remember Transformers from growing up. Like, oh, I remember Optimus Prime. I'll pick that up, and doesn't have to fiddle with it. Nobody's going to know who DEFCON is. Nobody's going to know who. Remember Alphatron because he was only in 3 episodes or whatever. Like, they're absolutely doing, I think, the right thing with Red by
Battle
sticking to the
beasts.
core cast
We need like
members.
large 6-inch battle beasts. Okay, I'll shut up.
Again, that'd work great for us,
Yeah.
but
And
not
Battle
for the
Beast didn't
people
appear
they're
in
actually
ESG1 anyway.
targeting with this line.
But if there's a Headmasters themed, like Headmaster the TV series themed, that would want that. Okay. So Wolfang, Cyber Shark, Buzzsaw, of course, based on Waspinator, Sandstorm, and Night Prowler. So those toys are also at the Collector's Con. Who's excited? Yeah, but
I mean, if we just hadn't come off the Haulathon at Target, that seems to have been an abysmal failure. And then another collector themed, air quotes, on the heels of that. That's a lot of disappointment in one short time frame.
Well, the problem is with the Haulathon, there just wasn't enough stock for the stores.
My Target they knew about it and they never received anything for it. Because I talked to the toy manager. She knows me. There was no signage. She says, yeah, I've seen pictures of other stores. We never received anything other than it exists.
I was in a Target in Pittsburgh this week that was the same thing. Like, I'm like, aren't you supposed to have an end cap of this stuff? And they were like, I don't think we got anything. And they had no end cap. So some stores did and some stores did not. And the stores that did have an end cap didn't get hardly any stock. So like, I went to my local Target today and that end cap is already empty.
yeah,
The only thing I saw at my local Target, and I don't even know if it was Haulathon stuff or not, was the glow-in-the-dark Muckman from NECA and that 4-pack of turtles that I had put up that I saw that you didn't know existed, Brian, that they looked too accurate or something in
yeah.
a
I had no
4-pack.
idea.
Yeah, I didn't know they existed either till they started showing up in that Haulathon.
I'm glad I stopped buying NECA turtles, but that's still cool looking for people who want that.
I do. I stopped. I tried to stop.
You just couldn't give them up.
Yeah,
You couldn't quit them.
I couldn't quit.
So,
I can't quit you.
But the important thing is Botbots Series 6. So Botbots, the TV series, debuts on Netflix on Friday. And to be honest with you, I've had it for the episodes for about a month for my preview so I can do a review. I need to go back and actually finish it so I can do that review for Friday, which is when the embargo lifts. But to celebrate the Netflix cartoon series debuting this Friday, Botbot Series 6 will be available for you to own April 1st, 2023. Yeah, this news dropped on everyone's favorite Transformer site, Screen Rant, today. So, so here's the thing. So it's Series 6, Custodial Crew, Pet Mob, Hunger Hubs, Gamer Geeks, the vehicles that had been rumored before, the Racer-Roni and Out of Controller vehicle, and singles multi-packs. The thing is, and you can get them, they're an Amazon exclusive. You can pre-order them now, tfradio.net/Amazon. And I did today. I pre-ordered what was up. It was $220. Yeah. So let's see here how it breaks down. The Ruckus Rally series and the Racer-Roni and Out of Controller 2-pack. That's $41. The single multi-pack set is $71. So this includes a bunch of stuff. It's not just one thing, but it's like a bundle of things. The Custodial Crew and Pet Mob, $63. Hunger Hubs and Gamer Geeks, $44. And not a basketball to be seen. But there is a creepy glove that I love.
No basketball. Why? It's Series 6. Why can't we get a basketball?
So I did make it abundantly clear to the Hasbro PR contact that we have when he let us know that today. And I'm like, this is the best news ever. And he responded back, he's like, yes, it is. So he probably doesn't get into it like I do, but you know what? It's his job to sell it. So that's what he did. So let me see here. If you're watching video, I can show some of the stuff here. So Chris, who's not here, his official opinion is it's great that Botbots are back. It's not great that you have to spend so much money. That's the summary of what he said.
And that it's going to take a year to get it.
It's going to take a year.
I hope that's just a comfortably padded estimation.
I hope so. Okay, so I'm just going to...
The problem, I think, with some of these comfortably padded expectations is they become like do not ship before dates
for places
Amazon.
Like Amazon will ship it when they can ship it.
Yeah, yeah. And that's the only thing I worry about with these padded. I'd rather it be a little bit late just in case they get it early that other places can ship it out.
My favorite ones are the like the Han Solo blaster, the Autobot logo sigil, the watermelon, the turkey, the rat, the cute little rat. There's a grasshopper. Let's see here.
There's a rat, and
There's a
then
rat.
there's like a hamster.
Yeah.
It's like
There's
so
the
close.
The poo emoji. There's poo.
Yeah,
Finally, we
that
have
one
poo.
was surprising. I'm surprised they would do that.
I'm not. The glove, that glove has seen some things. I feel sorry about that glove.
I really want to know the name of the poo emoji. Like how these always have the cool
Yeah.
names.
But I love the vehicles. I cannot wait to have Botbots vehicles.
You know, it kind of disappointed me a little bit. It wasn't as good as I thought they would
Man,
be.
I don't care. They're great.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone else noticed this, but I got kind of like Rocklord vehicle vibes off those Botbot vehicles. It's just sort of because they were just like big chunky pieces of plastic. I don't know. It's just a vibe that I got from those. Reminded me of the old Rocklord vehicles.
Oh, yeah. So that's all great news, though. I mean, it's going to take a year, but I want it. And I think my life can be a little more complete. As far as I know, I have every Botbot, and I need to keep that trend going. I've never actually gone in and done the checklist, but I have to have them all. I got to have them all. Let's see here. Any other thoughts? So one thing I missed. Okay, moving on. The last news-ish item of the week. I don't know if you guys saw this. So apparently, our favorite trend in the leak world is where they obscure whatever they're trying to show off.
Yeah.
It looks like that I had missed some of this. I mostly have been playing catch up on it. But it looks like something like that was going on with what looked like or was clearly a Legacy Blitzwing. Did everybody see any of that?
Prime vs. Prime was doing it to promote his video because he knows he has it. No one else does. It's smart. But I still kind of feel like it's maybe stolen from the factory.
Really?
I don't know. I don't know
I'm not
for
saying,
sure.
I'm not saying this person that I have no idea. I don't know them, never met them as far as I know. I'm not saying they stole it. But the source of the source of the source walked out with it.
But it was there. He was very smart about it, posting the blurry pictures so everyone would check out his video. A+, I give him.
I have no idea who the person is, but Autobase Aichi posted pictures, and I don't know what to think of it.
I absolutely love it. I think in robot mode, Blitzwing looks absolutely fantastic. He looks like a chunky robot, like super wide at the shoulders. Looks great standing next to Astro Train. The tank mode looks pretty good. It has the weird, jet cockpit thing on the front of it, but so did the animation model. The jet mode is clearly where they made sacrifices.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's the way it was in the original toy.
Yeah,
too.
I mean, if the jet mode looked good, that would be inauthentic.
Yeah. So I am really looking forward to Blitzwing.
Yeah.
He's my favorite triple changer anyway. So
part of me hopes that maybe there's a way to get that cockpit a little better hidden so you can sort of have it like G1 toy accurate, or maybe you can scooch it back or something a little. I'm hoping there's some play in that, just so that way if you want it a tiny bit better hidden, it's there.
I don't think so, Don, because of how we got these photos. If that was an option, we would have seen it. But he's going to live on my shelf in robot mode anyway, as most of my characters do. So he looks great that way.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to collapse any, Dawn, because the tank mode is just upside down from the jet mode, and the jet mode looks like it's a fixed piece.
Okay, because that's because that we're going to get overcharge out of that at some point through select. So that's
going to get overcharged. Yes.
I didn't think
already went up.
Yeah. No, overcharge the EABI because that's the kind of deep cut I would expect from them. But I don't really know who else you could do that character as, unless they wanted to do, say, Shattered Glass Blitzwing as maybe
Double Dealer.
Hey, now that would be interesting. That would be. I know they've done it. I know they've done it before.
Yeah,
but
that's the reason I would do it, because it's such a bad idea. I would do it.
Yeah, but you could do. See, by season 3, Blitzwing was out of the cartoon after 5 Faces of Darkness. So he really didn't have a. You could get away maybe calling him like Broadside, or Springer.
Yeah, Blitzwing really doesn't have any repaint potential unless you go to Overcharge, which I would buy.
Yeah, so I was about to say, how likely are they to do a selects with a leader? But they've already done it, and we had Shockwave out of it. Galactic Man.
Oh, and Brian, there's Bromil in the chat has already posted. Someone's already done a digibash of him into Overcharge.
Very nice. Very nice.
Oh my God, you're right, Matt. That tank is just sick. It's the aerial bot syndrome, but it's a tank instead of a robot, and just crammed up under the jet. Oh, that.
But look at him in robot mode, Dawn. That's how he's always going to be anyway.
I know. It's just.
John is defending.
You had to make sacrifices somewhere.
The generations.
It's a triple changer. Yeah, it's a triple
Oh,
changer.
the platinum set. Yeah.
Oh
Bray
yeah.
is mentioning the platinum version. So
Oh damn! Now I want Safety Astro Train.
yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, we didn't get Astro Train repainted either because they
Oh,
just
can you
released them in
imagine
two different lines.
a select set of both of these in
Yeah.
Safety
And
Astro
I asked
Train?
Aaron because Aaron was still at Hasbro when that set came out, or maybe we asked John Warden. Maybe it was John was there. We asked whoever was in charge of Transformers during that period, and they had no idea where the Safety Astro Train and that the platinum colors came from. They're like, that was a different team. They just did whatever they wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah. So cool. Yeah, that's pretty neat.
If anyone's listening who works on Botbots, please give us a basketball.
Yeah, it is. So it is Flywheel's colors. I looking at it. I mean, it's pretty clear. I just don't think of it as Flywheels. Like, mock tackle or whatever for the. But
it's kind of more thrust to be. I just see more thrust than anything else.
yeah, I mean, it's up to interpretation. I think though, between the two, it makes more sense for it to be Flywheels, being a tank and a jet. Yeah. Cool. Okay, anything else?
Nope.
We can jump to what we got this week. We're on a good pace because my throat's about to give out. So who got
All right,
something?
I'll go first. I got absolutely nothing.
You got nothing?
Nothing at all.
Okay, good.
All right, I'll go next. I got one thing. And this is because I got this in Pittsburgh when I was with Eric Crownover or Eric Crowbar on Twitter. It's the new Bumblebee
Oh,
in the
cool.
Buzzworthy
I've
Bumblebee.
yet to see that.
It's tons of bumblebees. It has the new face. The last one had the masked face.
Oh,
And it's not coming up on camera, but it's more of a gold than a yellow, because here's the original one with the masked face, and it's a little bit more. This is a little bit more gold. So I didn't just get it because it had a different head on it. I got because I actually do enjoy the goldish color on it. But that's, like I said, that's all I got this week.
Don, save me.
All right. A couple weeks ago, I forgot to bring this back up. I took it back a while back, but I re-picked up through Amazon Warehouse, tfradio.net/Amazon, Studio Series Thrust, the Blitzwing recolor for $20 shipped. And because I had bought it and I thought these things will go clearance everywhere before too long. And they didn't. They just kept going up in price for some reason. So, but when I saw one,
that went up in price.
Yeah. On Amazon, I expected it to drop to Amazon around, $19-18 at some point. Amazon didn't have it, and third-party marketplace sellers were charging $40 to $50 for that recolor, and I couldn't find it anywhere below $40 plus shipping. It was just one of them weird things. But it finally showed up on Amazon Warehouse for $20. I went ahead, I rebought it, so I got that. Only other thing I got this week was Legacy Bulkhead.
Nice.
Yeah, I went to Target. I saw they've been showing up. I asked a nice young lady in electronics if she would go back and she would check a DPCI for me. She did. I asked her if it's not a problem, could you see if there's anything back there? And she brought me out a Bulkhead. So that was very nice.
What do you think of it?
I just got him 2 days ago. I have not had a chance to dive into it. I'll be honest, looking at the reviews I've looked at so far, I was a little worried about them running Prime figures through a G1 filter.
I don't care.
But it doesn't bother me that much in person because we've already got a great Prime Bulkhead, so that doesn't change anything.
At least running Prime characters through a G1 filter is something different instead of a disappointing version. Not that generation stuff isn't great, but the toys that came earlier are from a different era where the economics was different, and I don't need a toy that's the same price that's half the size.
Yeah, but it's I do want to pick. I've got Legacy on pre-order like everyone else does, but after seeing the review for Kickback and even less for RC, I don't know if I'll be getting them right away or not. It's just that kickback is super simple. I know it's G1 accurate, but I was wanting a little something else with that. Just a little something to spice up the transformation other than G1 kickback with joints. And RC is, we're going to get a lot of recolors out of her. So I'm thinking maybe, I don't know. I just don't know yet for them.
Cool. Anything else?
No, it's been dry as a Sahara around here.
Okay.
I can get you all the Batman stuff you want, but that's about it.
The Batman, or is it just
the Batman
Just film,
stuff? It's everywhere.
So I was at Target today, and I looked on the shelf, and I saw Blaster in Legacy packaging.
Ooh.
Look at that!
I love that Legacy packaging. It just really pops on the
It's
shelf.
really.
I would
pretty.
just like to see a blaster in any packaging.
Can you
It's-
pull the blaster out of the box without opening the
No,
packaging?
I'm not going to. I
Could.
wanted the Blaster in the box, and I wanted Legacy packaging.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's very cool. Only one they had though. But beside of Blaster was Bulkhead, who I have opened and fiddled with. And
How does he feel?
He feels fine. So I don't know what I was expecting. I think I was expecting something a little different. So it is prime to a G1 filter. Or it's more prime Bulkhead than animated Bulkhead. I don't care about prime Bulkhead. I don't care at all, but I love animated Bulkhead. I'm just not a prime guy. I don't know. I was expecting something like it is very, how do I say it?
You're expecting more Grapple or Inferno than what you got?
No, not exactly. I was expecting something radically different just based on the aesthetic, the way it looks, than what we've gotten before, like from an engineering standpoint. And it's the same stuff. It should be the same stuff, but I just, looking at it, felt it was going to be different. And I like the fact that it is G1ified, whatever, but it's not G1 because he doesn't exist in G1.
Till all are G1.
Yeah,
I'm telling
so-
you.
So it doesn't bother me at all that he is a G1ified Bulkhead. So
This gives me pause that his entire torso is made of clear plastic.
oh yeah. Yeah, you're right. I wasn't even paying attention to that. Well,
Glad I could ruin that for you.
yeah. Thank you.
Matt's doing his job.
But I don't want to pass final judgment on it until I get to have a chance to play with it more and actually transform it. I fiddled with it. But on first pass, it's intriguing. But
There's more.
Go
Sorry,
ahead.
Brian.
No, go ahead.
With the reviews I've seen, there's more going on with the transformation than I was expecting more than Inferno or Grapple,
Can I say something horrible?
but not as much as we got.
I don't care what other people think about toys. I'm not saying that to denigrate you. It's like I'm going to form my own opinion. Like I don't watch people's reviews. I don't
stopped
care.
watching reviews a long time ago.
Yeah, I don't care. I never have. People are like, well, what reviews do you watch? My own? When I talk about it? I don't care. Diecasts, I'll watch. If Chris records one, I'll watch it. But yeah, I just don't care.
I
I'll
watch
form my own
I watch
opinion.
toy grinds, but his are more entertaining than anything else.
So
Well, I just watched to see what the transformation was once they were getting to be in hand to see if there was something there worth interesting, and there is. That's why I went and picked them up.
the thing that gives me hope is, other than some quibbles, I love Blaster, and Blaster is originally going to be Legacy to begin with. So, I know Legacy is going to be great, but Bulkhead is a little different. So, but the thing is, beside a Bulkhead was Kickback, and the problem with Kickback is that it is G1 Kickback, but not as G1.
He
gonna
looks
say,
so good.
he looks really, really good, but I hate those wings.
I don't like the wings. It's bigger than G1, which bothers
Yeah.
me because I think G1 Kickback is like the perfect size for a Kickback. I don't want it this size Kickback. I want G1 size Kickback.
You want
I-
legend size.
I like
Core-
a couple years
core-
ago.
core
when they did
classes,
that.
yeah.
No, maybe something in between, like what Legends would have been. Yeah.
Which we got.
Cliff jumper sized.
No,
Cliff
that one's
jumper
too small.
size.
Cliff jumper size, exactly, like a very small deluxe.
Okay.
With maybe Energon cubes tossed in to round
yeah, I
out
mean,
the
he's
price.
got crap tossed in that he doesn't need. But I love Kickback was one of my first Transformers, and so I have strong feelings about the toy, and this doesn't do it for me.
Man, to me
It
on
looks
camera,
good.
he looks so good.
It does. It looks great, but in hand, he just doesn't do it for me.
Well, it's just like I said, I wanted something more. If you're going to give us these legacy characters, give us some engineering upgrades rather than just here's G1 with joints again.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I mean, yeah, no, you're not wrong. You're right. Like I said, I'm passing final judgment after I've had a chance to really dig into it, but mostly on aesthetics, he doesn't do it for me. Beside a Kickback though was RC, and she looks fine.
Did you transform her?
Not yet. I've broken her.
Okay. Right.
I haven't transformed any of these. I'm not passing final judgment. I've had no free time. So I literally opened these up during a meeting at work today and fiddled while the camera was off. My new job, the camera's always on, when in meetings, which I like, but also it makes it hard to fiddle with toys.
Yeah.
Like I don't have strong feelings about it so far, other than aesthetically, she looks great. She looks like RC. And she doesn't look like she's been G1'd. So, G1'd. So
they've all been G1'd.
Yeah, I don't have strong feelings. Upside of her though was a drag strip, and he is the one that I should like the least. I think I like him the most.
Oh, nice.
He is the most simplistic. He is the most basic. He is the most boring.
Do you think he's that way because he's a combiner piece?
Yeah, but he's not as boring as a Combiner Wars combiner. And like I'm looking at it and just fiddling with it. It's like with the Combiner Wars, you pick up a Combiner Wars toy, you know how it transforms.
Yeah.
You know how it goes to both. Yeah. You know how it goes to both modes. You don't even have to think about it. I don't know how this goes. I haven't looked at the instructions yet, and I haven't tried to transform it. Again, I haven't transformed any of them.
That's right. Did you pull it in half yet?
No. I don't know how it's going to work. So that intrigues me.
The little button in the middle of the back, the recessed little rectangular button. You mash that with something, and he pops apart in the middle like Mock Kick.
Oh, cool. Okay. So I'm intrigued by that, but he is the most basic and boring of the deluxes. I mean, I like other than Skids, who I haven't so I don't have Skids. Oh wait, actually I do have Skids. He's right here. So Skids,
that looks better than any photos I've seen.
Yeah, I am leaning towards really liking it.
It's just those black shins. It's just really visually pulling me to the legs when they should be blue.
I need to spend more time with it. He's all clear. He's clear plastic.
Now, see, to me, the arms look like I got pulled to the arms first.
Like I said, I'm leaning towards liking it. I have not built strong feelings for it yet. So there's aesthetically, these look different. It's like it's not as radical as like when Animated came out. My original response to Animated was Then my response was ooh. And then Animated became like the best thing ever. Like these are different, and I like that. So I don't know. I want to transform it. Have not had the chance, but it's all promising that things are so different. I like that.
Yeah, how often do we get a Skids too?
Not often enough. Yeah, so cool. So that was it. Nobody else is here. Let's check the Discord. tfradio.net/Discord. Haven't rarely mentioned it. Seeing if anybody else got them. Not at tfradio.net/Discord. Not a lot of conversation.
Yeah,
Okay.
just like I said, I went and asked one of the ladies in electronics if to check a DPCI because BrickSeek was still showing nothing from between here and Greensboro, Brian. BrickSeek showing nothing, even for
I've
bulkhead.
not found Brickseek to be incredibly accurate when it comes to that stuff.
Yeah. So, but she was very nice. She went back. So if anyone goes back and asks these people to check in the back, please keep your manners about you, because they are helping you. And, I've seen some people be real jerks. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah, so Manny Care in the chat's pointing out that nobody else has already found them yet. So
Yeah, they're just starting to trickle out.
yeah. Can't wait to see what other people think. So,
And I think it's pretty much all Target sightings too.
yeah, what people think other than reviews. What people on our Discord that we love, tfradio.net/Discord. And we started that Discord.
Review them when I get them.
Yeah, cool. We started that Discord because of our Patreon at patreon.com/tfradio. You should go and sign up because it's pretty great. We post a lot of content there. And we post exclusive podcasts every week. History on the Fives, when we post, is exclusive now to Patreon for a week. We have our pre-show podcast that goes every week. I'm backlogged on some throwbacks, but those are going to get posted. I have like 6 or 7 to post. We post a lot. Actually, we post more content to our Patreon than we do our public feed, which is a double-edged sword, because a lot of that stuff would be great for the public, but we are giving it to you, our patrons, because we love you and you give us money. Patreon.com/TFRadio. If you're a patron at the touch tier, of course, you'll be mentioned on the show each week, and I'm about to do that. But also you can be on the History on the Fives podcast with great people. And I am muting to cough very quickly. So let's see if I can do this in one go. Kevin Dorsey, Ryan Bona, Emmett Stresovich, Rabbits, Hector Bones, Ness, Joey Russell, Mike Mallory, had to cough, Jay Rye, Sean Hamilton, Jacob Owen Lucia, Sean Bratton, or Boomer, Spider Bob, Tyrell Gwen, Rick Mahurin. I need to call you Rick so we can record that segment about cars for Throwback. We've been talking about that for like 6 months. Blake Reynolds, Vegemite Mike, and Jason Tate. Jason should do a podcast about smoking meat. I would listen to that podcast. If you want to get mentioned on the show each week, like those fine people, go to patreon.com/TFRadio. Let's see here. Also, we have our Amazon link, tfradio.net/Amazon. It still works, and it still helps cover the bills. tfradio.net/Amazon. You can buy whatever you want. I shouldn't even go through this, but I bought some stuff on Amazon recently that I want to tell people about. I bought 3,264 pages worth of John Byrne comics. It made me very happy. I can't wait to read them.
I pre-ordered the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Cowabunga collection.
Me too. I can't wait. That was great. Digital
Sadly,
Eclipse,
we have to wait because it doesn't come out until like December.
Yeah, Digital Eclipse does fantastic work, and they're adding multiplayer to the fighting games, the tournament fighters, as well as the arcade game, right? I think.
Not sure.
Yeah, so that's cool. But yeah, tfradio.net/the Amazons. It's just tfradio.net/Amazon, but you know. I feel weird, like if you're watching video and wearing my glasses because my eyes are tired, and this is literally the longest I've worn these since I've had them. And I'm looking at myself on video and I'm like, who's that? I'm like, oh, it's me. Yes. I don't like wearing glasses. Let's see here. Chris is not here. He is at playwithphotography.com. Play with photos on Twitter at ChrisRTXV, and patreon.com/playwithphotos. Rob, who's also not here, he's at Flail Throughs on the Twitters. I'm pretty sure it's Flail Throughs on Patreon as well. John Loda not here. That John D everywhere. Rob Springer not here at zonebase.org and at RoboRob Springer on Twitter. Me, I'm here. I'm at briankilby.com, at bkilby on Twitter, and on Instagram at Brian Kilby. Donald Ferguson, how do people get a hold of you?
I can be reached on Twitter at HMRC, the number 4 EVR. And just to reiterate, my fiance and I do have a wedding registry at Carnival Cruise Lines. It's carnival.honeymoonwishes.com. Put in my name, Donald Ferguson, and if you have the ability to help out, help sort of us defray some of the costs and do a few things on board that we want to do. We've got some very low number solicitations on there. A few extra drinks.
Don is not allowed for solicitations anymore. Not since he appeared on Night Court for 4 straight episodes.
Yeah, $50 a time served. But if you are in a position,
Don would have been a great Night Court, recurring character. I'm sorry, I'll shut up, Don. I'll let you do your plug.
Oh no, that's fine. As long as I'm not in the same episode as Brett Spiner, because I would.
He was only in one episode, right? He was the hillbilly.
No, he was in two.
Several.
Yeah, he was the reoccurring "What's Happened to You Now" character. Okay. But yeah, carnival.honeymoonwishes.com. If you're in a position to help out and would like to do something for myself and my fiance, we would appreciate it if it won't put you in a bind.
So Eric having dinner with Diecast, apparently your Carnival cruise was a topic of conversation, and I guess he didn't know what Carnival cruise was, so he thought it was a Carnival themed cruise. That would have been so great.
I would have liked to have got on the Star Trek cruise but that was too much. Yeah, I still get emails, even though I remove myself from the mailing list. I still get emails for it from time to time.
I don't go on the vessel.
And I keep unsubscribing.
Jericho cruise.
Yeah. He was very shocked you were going on a Carnival themed cruise for your honeymoon. And I was like, no. The name of the company is Carnival. It's not Carnival themed.
Cool. Diecast. How do people get a hold of you?
You can find me on Twitter at Diecast2. You can see my reviews at tfradio.net/reviews or on YouTube at youtube.com/rfcreviews. You can also like my Facebook page at Reviews by Diecast.
Cool. Hello, people. Sorry, I haven't said hi to the YouTube chat tonight, but we mentioned Discord. So Transformers the Show just showed up. Action Figure Expert, Mr. DeMark, Jared, people are there. Thank you guys for being there. eDogs 2011-1 people, thank you for showing up. We love you, as well as our people on Discord and of course on Twitter, wherever you follow us. Cool. Okay, is that it? That's it. Nothing else? No, nothing. Okay, well, this was a great short show. My throat hurts, so I'm going to have a voice tomorrow, though. So thank you guys for indulging me, and we will see you next week.
Everybody take care.
43 minutes. That's the shortest show we've done in forever. But I thought it was tight, and everything was on it, and I will be able to talk tomorrow.
We actually had news to talk about.
Recording stopped.
Yeah. It was the fact that there was not a whole lot we picked up this week is the thing. We only ended the news segment.
Because I can't find anything to buy. I mean,
yeah.
Normally
the what we got this week is half the show.
Yeah, I did see Coronation Starscream and didn't care.
I haven't opened mine yet, other than checking to make sure that it's the right toy.
I mean, it's like I said last week. It's weird that both Target and Walmart have reset their aisles. There's pallets and pallets and pallets of toys at Walmart, and nothing is making it on the shelf. Except for the last thing I saw was a retro Scorponok, the $41 one. It's like, no,
I have two of it. I hate myself.
The Beast Wars stuff is everywhere here.
I did find this at Target yesterday.
The shelves are clogged with it, and all the Kingdom Beast Wars stuff, and Trax and Wheeljack and RC. So
I think this is my 14th bat, something like that.
I have yet to see any of those in the wild, and my Target has been. They got two shelves for that G.I. Joe series, and only one paycook is full, and I have not seen anything. Though I did see one Gung Ho. No, was it Gung Ho?
Yeah, there's Gung Ho.
Yeah. I saw one Gung Ho. We were in Greensboro for Lion King a few weeks ago, and that was it.
Oh, how was Lion King, Don? Did he die?
Lion King was actually phenomenal. It was sort of weird seeing humanized versions of the characters, but the songs were great. It was just a lot of energy. The
Hakuna
special
Matata?
effect, yeah. There's this one special effect when Mufasa appears in the clouds in the movie.
This is CNN.
Yeah, they had different pieces of Mufasa's face coming in on wires and framework. So you got all these pieces coming in like a sliding puzzle in layers, and then it all pulls together like it does in the movie. And it's so incredible seeing that pulled off in reality. So yeah, it was just.
So I think we're gonna go see Paw Patrol live. So there you go. No, I'm just kidding. I don't want to go see Paw Patrol live, but I think we're going to. It's not as cool as what you saw, Don.
I mean, the tickets were a little expensive, but again, we got them for us, and we got them for my future in-laws as a Christmas gift for us to go. And yeah, it was just phenomenal. The music, the just the way that they had people in costume with fabric grass, and they would lay down on the stage and curl up, and they would look like clumps of grass that the Simba and Nala characters would like romp through while they were, the whole "Can you feel the love tonight" thing. So, it was just phenomenal.
During the show, it looks like In Demand Toys posted pictures of Studio Series Sludge in the box. So I don't know that we saw the box before.
No.
I've got.
It's
I think
pretty
I have three,
sweet.
I think I have 3 on order.
Does it have a window or is it enclosed?
It's enclosed, but the art is awesome. Matt, you'll especially like it. It makes me happy.
Pull it up.
It's also in the Discord chat.
Is it the eyes? Does it have the?
Well, no, it's not that. It's just what he's doing.
Waiting for it to load. Oh, okay. Well, I'm waiting for it to load.
The turtles coming out of the shell. I've watched that. It's pretty great.
Ah, excellent.
Yeah.
Not throwing that box away.
Yeah. Well, Brian, you and Chris had mentioned that, if we do continue to get leader class Dinobots, the boxes aren't going to match. Because I know, but yeah, I'm hoping when that's like turned on the side, it'll still fit kind of with the other legacy boxes.
Could we get by with could we get by with Voyager Swoop, or is he going to have to be a leader as well to be right?
I heard he might be a Voyager.
Well, the thing is, with the wingspan, he's going to have the mass in the wings. I think he's going to be folding.
I think he's going to be not a deluxe. I think he's going to be a leader. But I'm just curious if we can get by with a.
Yeah, we could absolutely could.
But since we know Hasbro does listen to our podcast from time to time, I'm going to ask them, please.
Well, this isn't a podcast on this post show. They don't hear this.
Well, okay. Well, then you can do something. Work your magic, Brian.
I'm not.
Diecast, use your
mention it next week on the show.
Okay, all right. I'll mention it
This
here
is
now
actually going
first.
to be a news item next week. We'll talk about it next week. So we'll say during recording last week, this popped up.
Okay. I want G2 Dinobots.
Of course you do. I do too.
I want G2 Dinobots. I want select G2 Dinobots before I die.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, I would love them in G2.
I want G2 everything.
That's what you want. Legacy Select, Don. Weren't we just talking about that?
Like the sequel to Legacy should just be G2, and they G2 everything, including stuff that never existed in G2, like a G2 bulkhead.
And do stuff that's actually G2, unlike BotCon.
Yeah. Well, that's
what, Brian. I wouldn't put it past them. I mean, what are they going to do after Legacy?
Yeah, like the pyro and everything, not G2.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, I have to disagree with you guys. G2 is a spirit. It's a spirit that inhabits these characters. Just
Pyro's
because
not G2, Pyro has the Euro spirit, which is similar to
Pyro and Clench.
Yeah, and distinct from G2.
But I'm gonna tell y'all, if I can snag one of McFeely's next Patreon slots, since he's already covered Circuit Breaker and then by default Neo Knights, because that's what I was trying to get the first time. But it's so hard to get a spot for those. I'm going to ask him to do a basics on G2 because I really think a lot of people underestimate what G2 brought to the table, even though it was a failed line. I don't think Beast Wars would have been as successful from a technology standpoint without what we got from
no doubt.
G2.
No doubt. Hey, people watching live, I'm going to kill the stream because I need to go. So, we love you. Thank you for being here.
See you guys.
Cool. We'll see you, people.
What time tomorrow do I need to be on?
Ask the